Hi guys, and welcome to this Christmas vlog. Like I said, I was going to try and record our little Christmas travels that we are about to do. We are doing 2 trips in total, one being the big Germany-wide family trip, and then we'll go to a more relaxing kind of twosome trip that we do afterwards. So it is, what is it, Sunday the 23rd of December 2018. We're still at home, which you can see because I have my yarn castle right there. We just got up, cleaned up the house, organized all the presents, which are sitting right there right next to me. And I thought before, by the way, before taking a shower and doing my hair and all of that, so excuse that, I would very quickly show you what I'm taking on this first leg of our trip in terms of knitting, in terms of my Christmas Eve cast on and so on, and just start the vlog right because I have a feeling it's going to go wrong very soon anyways, so why not make an effort and at least have a good beginning. So yeah, let's turn around the camera and I'll show you what I'm planning on taking with me to knit throughout these first 5 days. So there we are, these are my 3 whips that I'm taking. So in here is my Isbray sweater with my fun enamel pins. In my jingly Christmas bag I have my no frills sweater, which I think will be perfect Christmas knitting. Both of these sweaters are on Body Island, so I can just knit stockinette for quite a while, which is always a good idea. And in this Christmas bag we have my Batcave socks using yarn from Amy of Stranded, which used to be Hermione's Everyday socks when I last showed them to you, but I have since ripped them out and started doing a vanilla latte pattern instead, which I think goes better with the yarn, so I'm very happy about that. Also, I of course am bringing the yarn to do my Christmas Eve cast on, so I've chosen this bag to go with it because it's really pretty. And this is the yarn that I'm most likely going to be casting on Christmas Eve. I'm planning to cast on relatively early just because that suits me. So I probably cast on the morning of the 24th, which is tomorrow. This yarn is a self-striping yarn from Valkyrie Fibers, who's in the US, so this is a very special yarn for me. And with it, of course, I'm bringing some needles. I'm bringing 2 sets because I know I'll most likely be picking up some more German sock yarn tonight with my sisters and knit them socks. So I'm bringing one US size 1 and one US size 1.5 needle because I will probably be using bigger needles for their socks. I'm also going to bring a, what's it called? Tapestry needle, I think, for doing Kitchener stitch. I'm always bringing tons and tons of measuring tapes. I'm bringing a festive, sparkly progress keeper because it's my Christmas cast on after all. And then what I always bring is this tin. I have a ton of these bulb stitch markers, which are just the most handy stitch markers to have. So I love these. I know. Also, very proud to say I washed all of the dirty socks last night. A ton of hand knit socks right here. Because I get asked a lot, I wash our socks in the washing machine. This time I did a cold wash, so a 15 degrees wash, and I turned down the spinning cycle of it just so it doesn't spin too much, and they come out just fine. I actually ruined this pair. I'm not sure if you can tell. I didn't talk about this on the podcast, but last time I was with my parents, I spilled and broke a huge glass of wine, and it went all over my parents' fancy rug and my socks. And we put salt on the rug, which apparently is supposed to soak up red wine. I also put a lot of salt on my socks and walked around with salt on my socks for the better part of the evening. But sadly, somewhere these are quite stained. I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe here, I'm not quite sure. So the thing is, this is the curse of the Halloween socks. All my socks usually last forever, except if I do Halloween socks, they always break. So these ones I ruined. These were last year's Halloween socks. And these ones I felted terribly by walking 10 kilometers with wet feet. So these are basically just completely felted at the bottom. So maybe I should stop knitting Halloween socks altogether. The only pair that completely survived so far is this one. These are Halloween socks using giddy yarns, using the Minecraft socks pattern. This one I haven't ruined yet, but all the other ones are looking quite bad. I'm also planning to throw out a couple pairs of socks. For example, these are Kai's, and they're just so grubby and falling apart and not nice anymore that as soon as they are dry, I'm going to throw them out because we have enough socks and I don't want him to walk around with these really grubby ones. Most of Kai's socks actually are a lot more grubby than mine are because he is just much harder on them, but that's fine. Hey guys, so now we have the 24th of December, which is Monday. We have safely arrived at my parents' place in Franconia yesterday. We spent the night going to a Christmas market, which was really nice, except it was raining quite a lot, but I did manage to take some video for you guys. As promised, both my sisters and I picked up some sock yarn for me to knit them some socks. So I thought I would show that to you very quickly. Elisa, my youngest sister, she picked up this skein of self-strapping Regia, which I'm very happy about because I've been wanting to knit that one up for ages anyways. This is Regia colorway number 1737 in their Nautic color range. My other sister, she picked up one of the new Regia skeins, or she made me pick up one of the new Regia skeins which have sparkle. So this is in their soft glitter base and it is colorway number 45. So I hope you can see the sparkles. And both of these are going to become a pair of socks. Elisa wants some vanilla latte socks and Paulina wants some blueberry waffles, I believe. Well, really she wants some mercury socks because I did some of those for her before, but there's no way that I'm knitting those again. So she will be getting blueberry waffle socks, which she approved, so that's fine. And then of course I also had to pick up one skein for myself because I'm selfish like that. So this is also Regia in one of their very new colorways or ranges. This is in their wool, polyamide and silk base. I just thought the color was really nice. It's a really nice solid color, a little bit more pinky than it is showing up. This could be a really nice pattern pair of socks, or maybe I might actually make myself a nice fingering weight socket hat or something like that, because I would really like to have another hat. I don't have that many hats. I really only have two that I wear and they don't always go with everything, so to have a really nice, luxurious and relatively light hat might actually be a really good addition to my wardrobe. So I think that would be quite nice. and we'll see how we go. But first of all, these socks have to be knit. My sisters have been fighting over whose socks I will start first. I will most likely start with these. We'll see how it goes. So now we're just hanging out. We just had a huge family breakfast and now everyone is off doing some errands. We picked up a couple of bits as well. My sisters are off and wrapping Christmas presents. And I'm ready to do some knitting. I've got my vanilla latte socks that I'm knitting for myself right here. So I'm going to be doing some knitting. And later tonight or in the afternoon we will go visit my grandparents, who will then join all of us here at night for our traditional Christmas Eve celebration. So I will try to maybe do a little bit of video of that, but of course I don't want to put my family too much on the vlog, so we'll see how it goes, which seems to be the motto of this vlog. So I think that's the update for now. I'm really excited to do my Christmas Eve cast on, which I will do relatively soon. I'm not quite sure when, but I'm very excited about that. But right now it just doesn't feel early enough to do it. So we'll wait, and when it feels right, I'll be casting up. Good morning. Today is December 26th, and I just thought I should finally check in with you guys once again. I didn't film very much yesterday. Yesterday, which was the 25th, or Boxing Day, we spent the morning and the lunch still at my parents' place. We had the traditional Christmas goose, which I completely forgot to film because there was just so much going on. And then we sat in our car for 3.5 hours and drove up to Hanover, which we just got up. We spent last night just hanging with the family, exchanging gifts. Everyone liked their hand-knit socks and hats respectively. And yeah, now I'm going to try to see if I can find the time before breakfast to try on my sweater, because I've been knitting quite a lot on my Ispa sweater, which I think has most of the body knot done by now, so I want to try it on and see how it looks. I think I want this to be relatively cropped, but we'll see how it goes. Kai just woke up and that's the mood he's in, but I'm sure things will improve from here. So I'll talk to you guys later. So tonight it is still Friday, the 28th of December, and I have done a relatively bad job of vlogging these last a couple of days, mainly because we were mostly with Kai's family pretty much all day long, and I don't want to be vlogging when I'm around other people, and also just because we were quite busy. So now it is Friday night, and after a 6.5 hour drive, we are back in Munich. It was basically just a day in the car, which means that now I'm quite exhausted. But we have made it back home for a very quick pit stop overnight before we'll go on our second sort of non-family holiday tomorrow. So I just thought I would check in and talk to you guys about a couple of things, show you what I've gotten up to in terms of knitting these past couple of days, and then close out this vlog so I can edit it and upload it tonight. So, one thing that I'm not even sure if I showed on the vlog is that yesterday we went into the city of Hanover to a new to me yarn store that only opened in May. It's called Amano, and it was quite central, so I thought I might check it out, and it was really quite nice. So of course I had to pick up a little bit of yarn. I say a little bit. I left all the hedgehog fibers and fiber company and all the really fancy stuff there, and went with a yarn that I've been wanting to try for a while. This is BC yarn, which is from Denmark, and this is their organic Shetland wool. It's about a fingering weight, a light fingering weight, and I picked up a sweater quantity of this color, and one skein. These are all 50-gram skeins of the light gray color to do some color work. And I wasn't sure if I needed 3 or 4 of this color to make a sweater, so I went with 4 and decided to get another color, so if I have leftovers I can do color work with these two. Or of course I could always do a 3-color sweater if I wanted to. So this is what I picked up in terms of yarn. It's a really nice sort of woolly yarn, totally what I want and like. So yeah, some yarn damage has been done. And in terms of knitting, considering I was with family a lot and didn't expect to get a whole lot of knitting time, I think I did pretty well. So in terms of my sweater, this is the only garment that I worked on while we were traveling. I didn't work on my no-frills sweater at all. And Kai's talking to me. In terms of this sweater, this is ready for its bottom rib, and then this sweater will be done. So this is very close to completion, which makes me very happy. I did try it on, I didn't manage to vlog it, but trust me, I just need to do a rib, and I want to do a relatively long rib. And then this sweater will be off the needles, which will be a great relief to all of us, I think. I also finished the first of my Christmas socks. So this was my Christmas cast on using Valkyrie Fibers self-striping yarn. I'm sorry the colors aren't showing up super great in this lighting, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I finished the first sock tube and it still needs a heel. And I also cast on the second one. And this is how far I got. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then the last whip that I worked on while we were traveling is my vanilla latte socks that I am knitting out of my Batcave yarn by Amy of Stranded. And as you can see, I've made quite a bit of progress on this as well. I've turned the heel. I did a relatively long cuff, and I would say I need maybe another 2 inches, and then I'm ready to start the toe. So I'm almost on the second sock for this one as well, which is really exciting to me. So I think I did pretty well. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. It's all a bit tangly because my little 2-year-old niece, she loved playing with the project bags, especially with this one because it has the little jingles on them, which she tore off a couple of times. She also really, she found the yarn and she really liked this one, which of course she has great taste because this has cashmere in it. So I'm very, very proud of her for that. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Like I said, I'm going to close out this vlog tonight, edit it, and then just do some knitting. I also need to figure out and wind all the yarn that I need for our next trip, which is going to be a lot more knitting focused, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm probably going to have a bit of a yarn winding party. I want to do a couple of hats. I also have a ton of socks that need to be knit. I promised 2 pairs to my sisters, and then Kai's sister, she really wanted a pair of socks as well. So I need to desperately make her one because she didn't get one for Christmas. Kai's dad has already proclaimed that he would like more socks. He really liked the ones that I gave him. He's so knit worthy, it is adorable. I want to do some hats. I also want to do some selfish knitting, and maybe important last announcement. I mentioned in December that we might be doing a handspun knit along, and I decided right now that we'll just start that in January. So if you're watching this vlog, you have a bit of a head start, but you can just cast on either now or you can wait until January 1st. I don't really care. Today is the 28th anyways, and we'll just run it for 2 months and you can knit with handspun. So if you're not a spinner, you can use handspun from other people. You don't need to have spun the yarn yourself. I just decided that I really want to be working with more of my handspun and get some of it out of my stash, so I'm going to cake up a couple of skeins tonight, or that's what I'm planning to do anyways, and do some handspun knitting. And of course you can all join in, and it's going to be very informal, so again I think we will only have a chatter thread, and that way it'll be really easy, and I'm just hoping that we can inspire each other to work with our handspun, and maybe that'll inspire our spinning as well. So that's the idea, and I will open threads for that on Ravelry as well. So with that, I think this is it. I'm very eager to see how this whole vlog will turn out once it's edited. I don't think I'm a very good vlogger, and it's not really my comfort zone, but it's fun to try it every now and then. I'm not really anticipating vlogging our second trip, just because I want that to be super relaxed and just knit, so I don't think there will be a vlog about that, but of course things could always change. If all things go well, I'll be back with a regular podcast episode either next Sunday, which is the 6th of January, or the week after. I'm just playing it by ear by now. So until I see you again, thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you stuck through the end, welcome and thank you. Have a happy new year everyone, and I will see you again most likely next year. Bye!